Amanda from Urban Hair. Thanks for tuning in today. What I'm going to teach you is a fishtail braid. Now this is a great option to do on yourself, on your hair at home. And the reason is because once you get started, then you're only working with 2 strands of hair as opposed to your traditional 3. We're going to split the hair in 3 even sections. Again, make sure your hair is smooth. I am going to start off with a traditional plait, and the reason is then it will hold your hair together. It gives your hair an anchor point to start. So I'm just going to do that a couple of times. Okay, now my middle section, I'm actually going to divide this into 2, and I'm going to put half into the left and half into the right. Now this is incredibly simple. It looks so effective. It looks a lot harder than what it is. All I'm going to do is add a small section from my left and put it into my right side. And then I'm going to take a small slither from my right and put it into my left. So it's a lot easier to do on yourself at home because you are only holding 2 bits of hair rather than 3. Left into the right side, right into the left. The thickness of these little slithers that you're taking will determine the end result of your braid as well. The finer the sections, the more intricate it will look. You can see how effective this looks. Quite. If you were just to look at this braid, you think, wow, that's hard to do, but you can see how easy this is. I always tell people this is the easiest braid to do on yourself. It looks the hardest, but it's actually the easiest. And remember, you want to get it as neat as possible when you're starting, and then we can pull it apart, make it look a bit disheveled afterwards. And as we've mentioned in previous videos, you get that texture in the hair with product after, or if you're working with dry hair, spray some of your dry shampoo into the roots of the hair to give it a bit of texture, and then you're working with the texture of your product as well as the natural oils from your hair. So I definitely recommend not doing it when it's freshly washed, because your hair when it's freshly washed is very soft and fluffy, other than if it's damp obviously, but I'm talking if the hair's dry. It'll be very slippery, so it'll be harder for you to braid. When you're starting off, you want it as easy as possible. Left into the right, slither from the right into the left. So I'm running out of hair here now. So what I'm going to do is tie that off. So that is your fishtail braid. So if you're doing that on yourself, look how intricate that looks, and you can see how easy that was. Definitely start with your anchor point, because as I said, if you only start with your 2 pieces and start from there, it will be a bit loose here, and generally people are doing it on themselves. They're wearing it around to the side like this anyway. It keeps all this hair tight in here. If you're then wanting to make it look a bit disheveled, I'm just getting my thumbs and fingers, pushing the hair out, and I'm just loosening that braid now. So it looks a little bit unkept. And I'm not a big fan of hairspray as such. I feel it makes the hair too sticky and tacky and hard. You still want the hair to feel like hair and to look a little bit messy. So if I was to then spray anything over the top of this, I'd probably just use my dry shampoo, or even my Sauvage Panache in L'Oreal, which is a dry texturizing spray. The difference between this and hairspray will stick your hair together. this will not stick your hair together because it is a dry mineral spray. So you can flatten down, it's a matte finish. But you could easily run a brush through that, whereas hairspray, if you spray too much spray on, you won't be able to run a brush through. And I could even spray this up my braid like so, and then just rough it up a little bit more if I wanted to. If I want a few pieces out, just run your hand up loosely, but be gentle. You don't want too much to fall out, but that way it looks a bit undone. Doesn't look too perfect. And voila, that's your fishtail braid.